Welcome back everyone to a brand new video. As you can see in today's Dark Ops calling card guide, we're going to be going over the calling card Sticks and Stones. Now this requires us to go ahead and reach round 25 solo using only melee weapons, combat axes, and melee macchiato. Now beforehand, you can go ahead and equip any perk you want, such as Jug, Speed Cola, whatever you're choosing. You can also go ahead and upgrade the rarity and pack-a-punch of any of your melee weapon of your choosing. Just be aware that melee macchiato does have to be equipped in order to get this calling card. As far as I know, I did get this calling card a way long time ago, back when I was upgrading the combat knife for Nebula. So I'm not 100% sure if stuff has changed since then, although I'm pretty sure everything has stayed the same. Now I will be using the baseball bat for this challenge just for the extended range, just to show you it's a little bit easier with that, but I'd recommend any melee that you're comfortable with. Hello everyone, just for some clarification, this recording was lost. The Sticks and Stones gameplay of me getting it on round 25 was lost. I couldn't find it for whatever reason, so I decided to go ahead and actually redo this, and just for me losing it, I decided to go ahead and do this full challenge without any Jug, without any armor plates, well, with one armor plate, but basically melee macchiato only, and only the combat axe and baseball bat. So enjoy that. I'll go ahead and talk a little bit before I actually show the gameplay, but I just wanted to go ahead and give a little bit of clarification as to why I'm a different level. But yeah, I don't want to waste too much time actually explaining all the augments, but for melee macchiato, I'll be using vampiric extraction, and I also will be using strength training. Now, as for my Juggernog, I won't be using it this game, but if you want to go ahead and copy the same ones that I use probiotic and hardened plate. Basically, damage mitigation and more health. As far as quick revive, if you want to go ahead and use it, I'd recommend Dying Wish. This basically acts as regular quick revive, how it's always been in every single Black Ops Zombies. Now, this is the only thing I would actually recommend to follow. I would recommend using Void Sheath as well as Extension. For Void Sheath, basically, as far as I know, you do get a damage boost to your melee weapon because it'll auto swap it if you don't have your melee equipped, and any kill that you get in Aether Shroud will actually extend the time that you're in Aether Shroud, as well as topping that off with Extension. This allows you to be in Aether Shroud for a good amount of time to actually get rid of the abominations. Now, as always, I'd recommend to go ahead and do this in Liberty Falls. It's the easiest map to go ahead and do these challenges in. There's no certain way to go ahead and do this challenge or anything that is the easiest, although I will showcase some spots that I think are a little bit easier than others. Especially as it gets to the later rounds, I would recommend highly to make use of your combat axe, but I'll go ahead and go in detail further as we get in the video. Now, my gameplay is obviously going to look a lot different compared to somebody that's going to do this challenge with Jug. I'm just going to have to play a lot safer. I'll go ahead and show tips if you want to go ahead and do this challenge with just melee macchiato only. But overall, one of the things I'm going to highly recommend is to make sure you get every single salvage drop. Make sure to not leave any behind, because you'll notice we're going to be very, very tight when it comes to salvage drops because we're not using a suppressed weapon. This obviously means less salvage drops compared to using a weapon. I'll go ahead and show you how important upgrading your weapon actually is. As you can see right now, my weapon with an insta-kill is a one hit, but without the insta-kill, this weapon is a 2-hit even with melee macchiato. As you can see, a round has progressed and our weapon, upgrading it to uncommon rarity, has increased our damage. So just basically make sure you're getting every single salvage drop from these zombies, as since we're not using a suppressed weapon, salvage is going to be very tight and damage is very crucial when it comes to this challenge. Now, I didn't show it in this actual gameplay, but as far as, you know, I haven't ever shown this in my gameplays. It's common knowledge. But there's a head on top of the church. You'll see it when looking up. Go ahead and throw a Semtex or a grenade and aim it at the head. This will go ahead and allow you to get a rare Aether tool, which will go ahead and upgrade your weapon for free without having to use 1500 salvage to rare rarity, allowing you to go ahead and get to your epic rarity a lot quicker than normal. So just to go ahead and show you how important doing that little Easter egg step is, or a little mini side Easter egg, I decided to go ahead and upgrade my weapon. I upgraded it by round 10. I had enough salvage to go ahead and do so. If I did that Easter egg step, I would have been able to go ahead and save that 1500, and as of right now, I would have been able to have 2200 salvage or 2150 salvage To go ahead and actually show how important, doing that little mini side Easter egg is, I ended this round with 950 salvage after upgrading my weapon to a rare rarity. If I would have done the little mini side Easter egg, I would have had 2,350 salvage to go ahead and go to the next round. I would have had a epic rarity weapon or epic rarity melee at the start of round 11. As you'll notice, this next zombie that I killed right here drops 50 salvage. I would have been able to go ahead and get a epic weapon by round 11. So just take note, I would recommend highly to go ahead and do that mini side Easter egg, as long as you don't get a Semtex kill or any sort of other lethal kill that isn't with the combat axe. Now the next step I'd highly recommend is, especially on vermin rounds, is to play distance. As you can see here, this just one singular vermin took me for half of my health. As of right now, there's still currently a glitch in the game where vermins will double tack you. So just keep note of that, especially when it comes to late rounds. You definitely don't want to get double swiped by these vermins, as they do a lot of damage for some reason. So just keep note of that. I would highly recommend to use your combat axe. Make sure you get 5 of these as quick as possible. Just simply play distance when it comes to vermins, no matter what round you're on. Now, one of the things I didn't notice while I was actually playing the game was realizing when I was hitting this abomination, I was still getting my health back, even though I wasn't killing any zombies. So just take note of that. Keep that in mind while you're using vampiric extraction. While you're hitting the abomination, you're still getting health back. So you don't need to go ahead and pop the Aether Shroud so quickly as I thought, because I thought I was getting low health, but I wasn't looking at my health bar, so I didn't realize I was still pretty much full health. I would only recommend doing that as rounds progress, as obviously more zombies are going to be spawning in. The abomination does take a while to spawn in as well, and that gives enough time for the zombies to go ahead and make your way towards you. So I'd only recommend doing that late round, anything past 20, maybe 18, to go ahead and pop your Aether Shroud, as maybe it's getting a little bit, there's a lot of zombies in the area. I'd recommend popping your Aether Shroud. At that point, you have enough time to go ahead and get rid of that abomination while you're under Aether Shroud. Now, the last steps that I'm actually going to give, because the video is getting a little bit too long for a video that doesn't even be this long, I decided to go ahead and be on the roof bank for some of the rounds. I believe I got off after round 20. As you can notice here, after I got a good amount of zombies to go in a line, simply following, making my way, which I was doing, just backpedaling, you'll notice most of the zombies didn't even hit me, and if they did, I basically was able to go ahead and use vampiric extraction and go ahead and go back up to full health. So I decided to go ahead on the bank roof on round 20. I skipped to 22 just to show you guys that anything past round 20, your melee is essentially a risk to go ahead and get you down. This is where I'd highly recommend anything past 20. I would recommend to use a combat axe. The combat axe is one of the most crucial lethals that you can use when it comes to doing this guide. Obviously it's stated, so it must be good, and good it was, because it got me 20 kills and 5 of them, so it was getting me about 4 kills if I lined it up perfectly and trained them all up to go in one single file line. It was very easy. I just trained them around the bus corner. As you'll notice, they all pretty much just line up right here. I pretty much got 20 kills with 5 combat axes. Gonna be 4 kills per combat axe. So I wouldn't sleep on the combat axe. It's a very good lethal, but pretty much skipping over to round 25 is pretty much what I was doing for the whole round 25. It wasn't very too hard. I ended up, you should get the calling card at the start of round 25, and you can pretty much just leave the game. But I decided to go ahead and go up to 26 just to secure that I did go 25 or 25 total rounds. And then after this, I Exfilled, and that was pretty much the whole game. Now, I ended up using the chopper gunner to go ahead and clear out the zombies that were on the Exfil site. I was pretty much just overusing melee weapons. It brought me back to the camo grinding, and I kind of just wanted to get the game done and over with already. But after this, I ended up getting an update requires restart, so I'll go ahead and show that. But pretty much that's it for the whole video. I'm not gonna go ahead and talk over what was doing it. I sped up all the things, all the more or less important things, such as skipping all this. But yeah, I ended up getting update requires restart, as you'll notice here. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I unfortunately couldn't show you guys that I got 0 kills with the siren or with my starting weapon. That's pretty much it for me. I will catch you guys in the next video. Leave a like if you guys did enjoy the video. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.